Do you need another key or remote for your Hyundai or Kia or lots of other vehicles? Well, I'm going to show you the fastest, easiest way to make a key or remote right at home without leaving your driveway. You'll save hundreds of dollars and hours of time by skipping the car dealership. Be sure you watch for the magic of the key by photo key cutting service later in the video. Before we jump in the vehicle to see just how easy this is, I'm going to place a phone call to the car dealership to find out just how much money they want to rip me off for to make a spare key and how long I'm going to have to sit at the dealership. Watch how easy it is to program this spare remote for this Hyundai Elantra. In this case, we happen to have one original working remote. This one is not programmed yet. It's not necessary to have a working one in order to program a spare. You just need a key that works with your vehicle, and your vehicle has to have been manufactured with a remote. So if you're not sure about that, you can always call the dealership, give them the VIN number, and the dealership can confirm that it was originally manufactured with a remote fob. To program the spare remote, we're going to start by scanning the QR code on our programming tool. Get your app downloaded, and with the app downloaded, here we go. Okay, we want to pair new key. To begin, it's going to tell us we need to find the OBD port and plug this thing in. To find the OBD port, come down, look up near your gas and brake pedal. Usually it's up around here. Sometimes, like on this vehicle, it's behind a panel. And there we go. Get your programmer plugged in. To make your life a little bit easier, I recommend grabbing one of these optional extension cables. With the extension cable, I can now see my power light and communication light. So we've got power, we got to get our Bluetooth connection made. We need to scan. There we go. You'll see the serial number pop up for your device, and we see the white light's been connected. Okay, we're good to go. If you have trouble getting this, you may have to get into the Bluetooth settings on your phone to make the pairing connection with the programming tool. We're gonna go ahead and begin programming. I want to point out, you can contact tech support. There's a phone number. They're available regular business hours, Monday through Friday. So if you run into problems, be aware of that. They provide great customer service and can help walk through most problems you can run into. Now, there's some important details as you begin. This should take no more than 15 minutes. If it's been longer, you got to call tech support. Something weird's going on. There's a reminder, don't leave this app while you're programming. You're just going to have to be patient. Resist the temptation to open other apps, make phone calls, things like that. Just let the app and the programmer do its thing. Don't accidentally mess something up. And be sure you've got all your previously programmed keys or remotes present during the procedure. So in this case, we've got one working key and one working remote. So I've got those present. I'm going to show you in a moment how to use our key by photo key cutting technology to get a spare key. Let's go ahead and start programming. Okay, initiating programming. We've got a little bit of a waiting time while this counts up. Let me tell you some important points. Make sure you turn off your HVAC system, the radio, the headlights, anything that's drawing the vehicle battery. You want to have that turned off. Now you're going to be in here for a few minutes, so if it's a hot day, roll down the window. Okay, we're up to 58%. Also, while we wait, let me point out, I've got this tile key finder on our existing keys and remotes that pairs to our smartphone, so we can always find our keys. You can pick one of those up on our website. All right, getting ready, please wait. Okay, turn the ignition 2 clicks to the on position. Do not start the engine. Put this in, 2 clicks. 1, 2. All right, I've got power to the vehicle, but the engine's not running. We'll go ahead and continue. All right, all available currently programmed remotes need to be reprogramming or they will no longer function for the vehicle. Okay, so I've got my existing one and we've got the new one here with the blue tag. Let's go ahead and program remotes. Turn the emergency lights on and then turn the ignition off and remove the key. Okay, continue. Press the lock button on the remote to be programmed for 2 seconds. Here's a new one. 1, 2. Okay, it beeped. Do you want to program another one? It tells me, remember to re-add any original remotes. So I had one original remote, so I'm going to click yes. All right. Are there any others? No others? We'll hit no. Programming successful, complete. Let's see, all available. Oh, it looks like the app has a little error. It sent me back to the programming procedure. The app should continue to improve over time. Since I just programmed these, I don't think I need to redo this. Okay, it seems to have just left. All right, there we go. Success, programming completed. Let's test them out. Gonna unplug the programmer. All right, Here we go. So of course we want our original remote to still work. Look at that. Now, moment of truth. Let's try the new one. Oh, it's not working. Okay, we've got a problem. You can pull up my app here. It says, are they working properly? No, they're not. I need some tech support. Okay, tells me to give them a call. So I'm gonna do that. All right, I'm gonna call tech support. I borrowed my daughter's phone. I figured it'd be good to have the one doing the programming free when I'm on the phone.
You have reached the technical support department for the Pair My Key app. Tech support.
Hi, this is Mike. I'm running into a problem trying to program a remote for an Elantra. I'm wondering if you can help me.
What's the problem you're having?
The app went through its programming procedure and everything seemed like it worked fine. It said success at the end. But then when I tried testing the key, or the remote, I mean, the remote just doesn't lock or unlock the door.
All right, let me take a look at this one.
Thank you.
What's going on with your remote?
I'm impressed with how quickly tech support answers the phone. You know, I dialed the number and I was on the call within a minute. All right, wasn't that awesome? I hope you have a great weekend.
Yeah, I hope you do too, man.
Okay, thank you. All right, so we got to get our programmer paired. Here we go. We're ready to begin programming. Tech support had me repeat programming with one little change. Remove the key. All right, press the lock button on the remote to be programmed. Here's our original one. Here's the change. After programming both remotes, click yes again and hold the button on the original remote again. So it should all be in because when I pushed this, it didn't chime the second time. So now we're going to check that these are programmed properly. And that's where the error is in the app currently. So here's the original one. Lock and unlock. Here's the new one. Lock and unlock. There we go. They both work. Isn't that awesome? When I pushed this, it didn't chime the second time. So now we're going to check that these are programmed properly. And that's where the error is in the app currently. So here's the original one. Lock and unlock. Here's the new one. Lock and unlock. There we go. They both work. Isn't that awesome? Thanks to tech support for helping me. The app should improve over time, but tech support can do a great job of solving little problems like that. Can you believe how easy that was? Tech support helped me through the little problem, and I've got 2 working remotes now. Tomskey Company will help you make spare keys and remotes right at home. I'm going to call the car dealership and find out how much they want to rip me off for to make a spare key and fob for this Hyundai Elantra. Hi, I'm trying to find out how much it costs to get another key and fob made for 2019 Elantra.
Let me double check on those real quick for you.
Okay.
I will be right back.
Awesome.
A couple minutes.
All right. They put me on hold. They're trying to find out how much it's going to cost to make a spare key and remote for this Hyundai Elantra. Still on hold. Not sure how long I'm going to have to wait on hold. I just want a quote.
All right, Mike, I am back for the blank. Usually it would be $25.15. There's a $50 cutting fee. The fob itself was $175.13.
Okay, $175.
To have it programmed, that's just going to be an additional $233.
An additional $233. Okay, can you help me do the math here?
$483.13.
All right, about $483. How long does it take? Do you know how long I need to plan to be there?
It's coming from California,
yeah.
So you would be looking about 2 to 3 days out.
Okay, I'll need to think about it first. If I do move forward and they get it ordered, then I assume I'll need an appointment to come in. Thank you so much for the information. I sure appreciate it. Did you hear that? It was 11 minutes to get a quote from the Hyundai dealership. They wanted $483 to make another key and fob for this Hyundai Elantra. That's crazy. You can come to tomskey.com and save hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Order your spare key and fob online. We'll send the programming equipment, and with our key by photo key cutting service, we'll cut your new key so it arrives already fitting your vehicle. I don't know about you, but I'll save a few $100 by skipping the car dealership and coming to tomskey.com. Let me show you how the key by photo key cutting service works. Get your key on a nice flat surface. You're going to be uploading 3 photos after you've placed your order. Make sure the phone is directly above the key blade on a flat surface so the photos can be used for the magic of the key by photo key cutting service. After you've completed your order and uploaded your photos, we will cut your new key so it arrives already fitting your vehicle. You'll have a new key without a trip to the car dealership before you know it. It's absolutely amazing. When you order our Key by Photo key cutting service, we may require you to upload proof of vehicle ownership. Super easy, just snap a photo of your vehicle registration certificate. Upload that to our website, and we'll only ship the new key to the registered vehicle owner. With the help of Tom's Key Company, it'll take you about 10 minutes in your driveway. You'll have a spare key and remote fob in no time. And what's more, we back all our products up with a full money-back guarantee, and we've got great customer service. So if you run into a problem, someone's there to help you. But if it still doesn't work, no worries. Ship it all back, you get a full refund. Come to tomskey.com, place your order today. We'll save you hours of time and hundreds of dollars by skipping the car dealership.